Welcome back to Byte-Sized Tech. It feels like every time we look, there's something new happening in the tech world.
It really does, doesn't it?
AI, self-driving cars,
Yeah.
new gadgets. It's almost impossible to keep up with it all. So today, let's do a deep dive into some of the latest headlines, see what it all means. We're talking about ultra-fast internet, Tesla's Robotaxi plans, and even, well,
Oh, is this about...
yeah,
Yeah.
that potential Gulf of Mexico name change. Some people are not happy about that one.
Yeah, maps can be pretty controversial, can't they? It's interesting to see how tech is changing everything, even things like maps and geopolitics, and of course, all the ways we work and play.
Absolutely. So how about we start with something that could change your next online gaming session?
Okay, I'm listening.
Comcast is rolling out this new internet service. It's supposed to have ultra-low lag. You know, that delay that makes gaming so annoying.
Oh, I know, like, it makes a VR pain too, or even video calls.
Exactly. Basically, latency is how long it takes for data to travel. You know, from your device to the server and back.
Yeah.
High latency equals lag.
Makes sense. So Comcast is saying they can reduce that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine no more lag. Gamers are going to be so happy.
A lot of people are going to be happy about that, not just gamers. If it works, I mean.
True, true. It's only available in a few cities right now, though.
Ah, the classic limited rollout. Happens with every new tech.
Well, hopefully, if it's as good as they say, we'll all have it soon.
Fingers crossed.
All right, moving from super fast internet to self-driving cars. Tesla's making a big move. They want to launch a Robotaxi service, a paid one.
Where's this happening?
Austin, Texas. And get this, they're aiming for June 2025. That's just around the corner.
Wow, that's pretty soon.
I know, right? And they're using Model Ys and Model 3s. No need to wait for the Cybertruck.
Interesting. They must be pretty confident in their self-driving software to think they're willing to use it for a whole taxi service.
It's a pretty big gamble.
It is. I mean, there are regulations, public perception, lots of challenges to overcome. But if it works, it could really change the game for transportation.
It really makes you think, what will the future of transportation be like?
Lots of possibilities.
Well, let's switch gears again. This time to something that's already changing lives.
Yeah.
Regenerative medicine. From what I've read, it's at a turning point, like it's about to explode with new possibilities.
I've heard about this. It's all thanks to new technology. Right?
Exactly. AI, 3D printing, gene editing, they're all coming together to push the boundaries of what's possible.
Imagine treatments that are more affordable and more effective. Personalized therapies, even.
I know, and they're talking about regenerating tissues, even organs.
It sounds almost too good to be true, like something out of science fiction.
It does, doesn't it? But they're making real progress. They're saying that procedure success rates could go from like 47% now to 92% in the next 5 to 10 years.
Wow, that would be a game changer. And think about how this could make healthcare more accessible around the world.
It's really incredible. But speaking of game changers, there's this Chinese AI startup called DeepSeek. They're developing a powerful AI model called R1. Everyone's been talking about it.
R1, yeah, I've heard of it. What's the latest?
Well, a U.S.-developed AI model, Tulu 3405B, is claiming to be even better than DeepSeek's R1.
Oh, so it's a competition now.
Looks like it. And it's not just bragging rights. This is about who will shape the future of AI.
That's a big deal. Think about all the implications. Science, medicine, self-driving cars, AI is going to be a part of everything.
It really is. We need to make sure that AI is developed responsibly. We want it to help humanity, not hurt it.
Agreed. But it's not all sunshine and roses with DeepSeek. Remember that security vulnerability they had in one of their databases?
Yeah, I read about that. They claim they fixed it.
Yeah.
But still, makes you wonder. And then there are those allegations about them using OpenAI's models to train their own.
Oh, wow. That could lead to some serious legal battles, especially about intellectual property rights in the AI field. It's a bit of a mess.
It is. And speaking of messy situations, Google might be in some hot water. They're thinking about renaming the Gulf of Mexico.
To what?
The Gulf of America. As you can imagine, the Mexican president isn't thrilled.
You know, maps are more than just maps. They're cultural. They reflect how we see the world. It's not surprising this is causing a stir.
It shows how even something seemingly small, like a name on a map, can have big geopolitical implications.
Absolutely. And while we're talking about Google, did you hear about those voluntary buyouts they're offering?
Yeah, in the Pixel, Android, and Chrome divisions.
It seems even tech giants are feeling the pinch of the economy, kind of like those layoffs at Amazon, especially in their sustainability and communication departments.
It's a tough time for a lot of people. But you know what's not tough? Downloading entire seasons of your favorite Netflix shows right to your iPhone.
Wait, really? That's finally possible.
It is. iPhone and iPad users have been waiting forever for that feature.
I can't believe it took them this long.
It's the little things, right?
It really is. Sometimes a little change can make a big difference.
Speaking of little changes leading to big things, remember when we talked about DeepSeek and AI? It got me thinking, what about everyone else? Could this technology ever be accessible to everyone?
What do you mean? Like people who don't have billions of dollars?
Exactly. Imagine a world where anyone could use AI to solve problems, start businesses, you name it.
That's a big thought. But honestly, it might not be that far off.
Really? You think so?
Think about it. Computers used to be a luxury. Now everyone has one. The same with the internet. It went from universities to the entire world.
You're saying AI could follow the same path? Become something everyone can use?
I think it's possible. As AI gets better, it will become cheaper. Plus, with cloud computing and open source software, people outside big tech companies can already access more and more AI tools.
So instead of worrying about AI taking over the world, maybe we should be focusing on how to make it accessible to everyone, to use it for good.
That's a powerful idea. It's about making AI a tool for empowerment, a tool for everyone.
A tool for everyone to create and innovate and solve problems. It's a future worth working towards. But before we get too carried away with our dreams of democratizing AI, we have a few more headlines to unpack.
Right. We still need to talk about that Google Maps situation and what Mark Zuckerberg thinks about DeepSeek.
Exactly. We'll be back to discuss all that and more after a quick break.
Can't wait. More bite-sized tech insights coming right up. That idea of making AI accessible to everyone, it really stuck with me.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to think about, isn't it? Like, what if we could use AI to make education better for everyone?
Yeah, it would be incredible. More personalized, more engaging.
Exactly. Or what about AI tools for doctors, helping them diagnose diseases earlier?
The possibilities are huge, but we have to be careful, make sure AI is used for good, ethical AI. That's what we need.
Totally agree. But let's get back to some of the other news for now. Remember that Gulf of Mexico name change we talked about? Well, it turns out it was all a big misunderstanding.
Oh, really? So Google Maps isn't actually renaming it?
Nope. It was just a rumor that got out of control.
It's funny how quickly things spread online, but it shows how much people care about maps.
It does. And speaking of things people care about, remember those layoffs we mentioned at Google and Amazon?
Yeah, it's a tough situation.
It seems like a lot of tech companies are having to adjust after that period of huge growth.
Right, the economy is definitely a factor.
Well, let's end on a more positive note, shall we? Netflix finally did it.
Did what?
They added full season downloads for iOS.
No way. Are you serious? iPhone and iPad users are going to be so happy.
It's about time, right? It's crazy that it took them this long.
It is pretty wild. But you know what? Sometimes the smallest changes make the biggest difference.
So true. Okay, enough about that. Back to DeepSeek, that Chinese AI company. It seems Mark Zuckerberg isn't too worried about them.
Really? That's interesting. You'd think he'd be feeling the pressure.
You would, wouldn't you? But actually, he just announced that Meta is going to spend even more on AI development.
How much more are we talking about?
Hundreds of billions of dollars.
Hundreds of billions. Wow. He's really doubling down on AI.
It sounds like he's trying to make a statement. Showing everyone that Meta is the leader in AI.
It's a bold move for sure. It makes you wonder what they're planning. I mean, they're already talking about the metaverse, better virtual assistants. Who knows what else they'll come up with?
It's pretty mind-blowing, all the potential applications for AI. I wonder what the tech world will look like in 10, 20 years.
Who knows? Things change so fast. It's exciting, though, isn't it?
It is. And speaking of exciting things, we still haven't talked about those Tesla Robotaxis hitting the streets of Austin.
Oh, yeah. That's coming up soon, isn't it?
June, if they can stick to their timeline.
We'll have to wait and see how it goes. I'm sure it'll be interesting, to say the least.
Well, let's shift gears one last time and dive into the world of self-driving cars. What could this mean for the future of transportation? June is coming up fast. I wonder if Tesla can really pull it off, launching a whole Robotaxi service.
It's going to be a close one, for sure. And it's not just the tech they need to worry about.
Yeah, getting people on board with the idea of riding in a car with no driver, that's a whole other challenge.
I can already see the headlines. Robotaxi runs red light.
Or Robotaxi mistakes dog for stop sign.
Exactly. It's going to take time for people to trust the technology.
But you think it's going to happen eventually? Like, will self-driving cars really become the norm?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the tech is just getting better and better, and Tesla's not the only one working on it.
Right, right. So you think this robotaxi service in Austin is just the beginning?
I think so. It's like a test run. They'll learn from it, improve the technology, and then bam, robotaxis everywhere.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch it all unfold.
But it's not just about robotaxis, right? It's about the whole future of transportation. Will we even need to own cars anymore?
That's a good question. I think it'll be a mix, you know? Maybe for short trips in the city, robotaxis will be the way to go. But for longer journeys, people might still prefer their own cars.
Yeah, I guess it's all about having choices. Speaking of choices, remember that conversation we had about AI?
Yeah, about making AI accessible to everyone.
Exactly. I was thinking about it more, and it really seems like that's where the real power of AI lies. Not just in the hands of a few big companies, but as a tool for everyone.
It's a powerful idea, isn't it? Imagine what people could do if they had the power of AI at their fingertips.
It could change everything. Entrepreneurs could start new businesses. Artists could create things we've never seen before. Teachers could personalize education for every student.
It could revolutionize healthcare, scientific research. The possibilities are endless.
But it's not going to happen overnight, right?
Of course not. There are challenges, making sure AI is developed ethically, that it's accessible to everyone. But I think it's a goal worth fighting for.
Yeah, AI for good. AI for everyone.
That's the dream.
Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive for today. We covered a lot of ground. Fast internet, self-driving cars, even maps and politics. It seems like technology is touching every part of our lives.
It really is. And it's changing so fast, it's hard to keep up.
That's why we're here, right? To help make sense of it all, to have those bite-sized tech conversations.
To explore the future of tech together.
Exactly. But before we go, I want to leave our listeners with something to think about. Technology is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad. It's up to us to decide how we use it, to shape the future we want. So stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged. Because the future is happening now, and we're all a part of it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's been great exploring the tech world with you today.
Thanks for joining us on Byte-Sized Tech. If you enjoyed the episode, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions.